President Trump is looking to leave a big mark on Washington.
We're considering an arc that's like the Arc de Triomphe.
Planning to build an Independence Arch, a 250-foot-tall structure near the Lincoln Memorial, featuring a 60-foot statue of Lady Liberty on top. And he says history is on his side.
For 200 years, they've wanted to build an arc. The circle prior to the bridge, the Arlington Bridge, has been waiting for hundreds of years to have this done. In fact, they have 4 eagles that got built. But it was interrupted by a thing called the Civil War.
But that history isn't quite right.
There's never been a clamor for an arch. Early in the 20th century, after World War I, some communities in America built temporary wooden arcs of triumph to welcome the troops back home in a very temporary fashion. In my view of beautification, it should be a public process. If you're going to name something after yourself, you should hope that somebody else is leading the crusade.
Trump inspired by a 2017 Bastille Day visit to Paris, where he had a front row seat to France's military pomp and pageantry, first unveiling his plan for an arch back in October 2025.
Small, medium, and large.
But without mentioning just how much this Arc de Trump might cost.
We're setting up a committee, and the committee's going to be going over it.
The proposed structure would stand almost 100 feet taller than the famous Arc de Triomphe in Paris, and higher than the Lincoln Memorial nearby.
We're the biggest, most powerful nation. I'd like it to be the biggest one of them.
There are no concrete plans for breaking ground, but Trump says he wants to unveil the new structure as part of celebrations marking America's 250th birthday. It's not the first time the president has offered an historical rationale for construction plans, saying officials for 150 years have wanted a large event space to justify the $400 million ballroom being built at the White House.
Could the East Wing have used a restoration? Absolutely. Could Donald Trump contribute to that cause? Yes. But what he is doing is trying to take out the DNA of the White House and make it his own.
In addition to the ballroom, Trump is closing the Kennedy Center for 2 years of renovations. He replaced the lawn in the Rose Garden with a patio area reminiscent of his Mar-a-Lago estate, installed a Walk of Fame featuring portraits of past presidents, and added golden flourishes, cherubs, and other flashy items to the overhauled Oval Office.
Never before in American history have we had a president so trained on self-aggrandizement as Donald Trump. He's spending a real hunk of his presidency trying to build monuments to himself.
But as for the so-called Arc de Trump, critics are raising concerns about the scale of the structure and its potential to obstruct historic views, including John F. Kennedy's eternal flame and gravesite across the Memorial Bridge in Arlington Cemetery, and added risk to air traffic at the nearby Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport.
And Andrea is joining us now. Andrea, it's good to talk to you. You know, it's interesting, as Douglas Brinkley said in your piece, normally someone else would be leading the crusade and naming a piece of architecture after a president. Nobody else is leading this crusade. This is all the president leading his own crusade. So I think the question is why?
Well, Yasmin, it's exactly what he did as a builder, naming apartment buildings and towers all over the world after himself. But this is, the public space. So people who know him well say that he's trying to leave a legacy in concrete, in brass, in marble. But critics say that it's a cult of personality, more reminiscent, frankly, of strongmen and dictators around the world, and that it is a break with precedent because, as you point out, in the past, buildings and monuments are built for presidents after they're gone, after they've died.
Right.
But not while they're still in office.
And by the way, you can catch much more of today's conversation with Andrea and NBC presidential historian Michael Beschloss on my podcast, Here's the Scoop, wherever you get your podcast. Andrea Mitchell, thank you. That is a wrap for this, everybody. Coverage picks up right now.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.